Hey everyone, welcome. A mirror is a very important tool in one's life. We use a mirror every day. You and I would have used a mirror to look at our image to make sure that we look good before walking out of the door of our homes. Just as you would look at a mirror to check your physical appearance, it would be nice to have a tool where you would stand out to check on your emotions. Here I would like us to think of a self-awareness as a mirror that can be used to reflect on personal emotions. So today, we'll look at one of the most powerful aspects of emotional intelligence, that is self-awareness, that will in turn make one understand his or her emotions. We are going to talk about why it matters, how it can impact our lives, and even learn from real-life stories that show the impact of self-awareness or the lack of it. So self-awareness is all about understanding what you feel and why you feel it. It's that moment when you recognize your emotions as they happen, rather than just reacting to them. Self-awareness lets you check on or check in on your emotions, and this skill can completely change how we make decisions. So let's start with an example of self-awareness in action. So you remember when tennis star Naomi Osaka withdrew from the French Open in 2021. Yes, that was a big thing. A lot of things were talked about, negative and positive.
Naomi Osaka, the number 2 ranked player in the world, has just withdrawn from the French Open. Osaka had been fined $15,000 for refusing to do the traditional post-match news conferences, citing her mental health. But Grand Slam tournament directors responded by threatening her with more substantial fines and future Grand Slam suspensions. In her statement, Osaka writes that she has suffered with long bouts of depression since 2018. Osaka says she is going to take some time away from the court, and she wants to talk with tour officials about ways to make things better for players, for press, and for fans as well.
She openly cited her struggles with anxiety then, and people were wondering how can she go that way because she's a big tennis star. But for her, media interviews triggered waves of anxiety, which could impact her mental health and performance. So she recognized herself. She knew her limits. By recognizing these emotions and understanding her limits, Naomi made the choice to step back and protect her well-being, even though it meant stepping away from a major tournament. This self-awareness not only helped her prioritize her mental health, but also inspired an important conversation, because many would identify with her feelings, that anxiety. And that conversation was a strong one. Of course, as I said, positive comments and negative comments. But it brought out a conversation about the importance of emotional well-being in sports at that time and any other kind of stressful areas in terms of what we go through each and every day. Now, you can look at the opposite of that. So Naomi is self-aware of herself and withdraws, knows her limits. And we can look now at the opposite of not withdrawing or not being self-aware, and think about what can happen. What can happen when self-awareness is lacking? So this we can see from an example of the Uber CEO, Travis Kalanick. And remember that he was one that was a powerful figure, but had a different approach when it comes to this aspect that we are dealing with today. And we know that he helped build Uber into a global company, but he was often known for being overly combative and even dismissive of others' perspective. And in 2017, this came to light because he was caught on video in a heated argument with an Uber driver who was upset about company policies.
It is surprising, Michael. A lot of people talking about this morning. What you're about to see starts as an argument between the Uber CEO and an Uber driver over fares, but then it escalates into personal insults. The video sparking outrage online and an unbelievable apology from the CEO.
The 40-year-old CEO seen riding in the back seat of an Uber, speaking with two companions and to driver Fozzie Kamel when things suddenly get heated.
But people are not trusting you anymore. I lost $97,000 because of you. I bankrupt because of you.
What if
you
I
changed
change-
the whole business.
What?
You dropped the prices.
On black.
Yes, you did.
Bull-
Did with $20. We started with $20.
You know what?
How much is the mile now? $275?
You know what?
What?
Some people don't like to take responsibility for
I
their
take
They
responsibility.
blame everything
But
in
why
their
you
life on
sending
somebody
an email
else.
for town card?
Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
After video of the skirmish surfaced, Kalanick writing to employees, "To say that I am ashamed is an extreme understatement. It's clear that this video is a reflection of me. And this is the first time I've been willing to admit that I need leadership help, and I intend to get it."
So instead of having to pay a listening ear to this employee, Kalanick reacted defensively, dismissing the driver's concerns. This incident went viral and cast him as a leader who lacked empathy and self-control. This lack of self-awareness didn't just harm Kalanick's reputation, but it eventually contributed to his exit as CEO and impacted Uber's image and work culture then. So Kalanick's story shows that when we recognize, when we don't recognize our emotions, it can control our reactions and lead to regrettable decisions, especially in leadership roles. So why should we care about self-awareness? I think from this example, we learn something. Or from these examples, we learn something. So whether we are making choices in high-stake environments, like the examples that I've given, or managing our day-to-day stress, self-awareness helps you and me make better decisions, handle situations calmly, and maintain healthier relationships. And this is an image that one would envy. I wish I could be able to do that. And this may not be something that comes easily. It is something that takes practice. It is something that is comes out after building or after training, or disciplining yourself in a way that you are able at the end to handle things better. So it is not an easy road, but it is something that takes practice. And there are certain measures that I would suggest that we sort of instill in us, in our behavior, especially when it comes to heated moments where we know that, wow, my emotions are being challenged here. So we think about how we can get better. And here are some things that I would suggest in terms of building our self-awareness for ourselves. And the first one that I would think about is having to pause, or whenever you feel a strong emotion, I would say, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Name the emotion. Just identifying that emotion can give you perspective about yourself. Yes, I'm not feeling all right. What is that emotion that I'm feeling? I'm angry. Yeah, so you identify, you know that I am angry now. Second approach would also be that after your day, take 5 minutes at the end of the day to sort of reflect on your emotions, how you felt and why. Take a piece of paper, jot it down, or if you have a diary or journal, write down the experiences of that day. What made you think you came to that point? In terms of your self reflection, what do you think triggered you to reach that point? And taking note of those things and putting them down is a powerful tool, because you start noticing something about yourself, patterns, like what triggers certain emotions and how you usually react. So you know yourself, you start knowing yourself, that certain things like this trigger this kind of emotions. Yeah, certain things that happen today triggered me to be annoyed in one way. And you might have even lost control. The other approach I'll think about is to ask for feedback. Yes, feedback may come involuntary in that people talk about us and may say, my friend, your problem is A, B, C, D. I guess rather than be defensive, and sometimes we might be defensive in terms of people talking about ourselves, take a moment and reflect on what other people say about us. And you can sometimes be there to talk to a trusted friend or family and ask them about you and hear their perspective on your reactions. You know, sometimes, and many times, other people notice things about us that we don't. And this can be an eye-opener. Knowing those things that people know, and also reflect on ourselves and add in terms of our self-reflection. And we become self-aware because we get that kind of thought about ourselves in terms of our reflection. Yes. And coupled up or added is what other people say. And we have a broader perspective on ourselves. So what I'm saying is we should be learning to understand ourselves. So when we learn about ourselves and can identify our emotions, this can transform how we handle challenges, we handle stressful situations, and how we handle relationships. Yes, we take decisions in life each and every day, and we get examples that we have had today. So whether it's stepping back like Naomi Osaka to protect our well-being, or avoiding pitfalls, the pitfalls of impulsive reactions like Travis Kalanick, self-awareness gives you and me the power to shape our future. So what are we saying today? Or what do we say to ourselves today? Yes? Let's practice. Pay attention to our emotions and see how and where they lead us. Our emotions are here to help us. Your emotions are here to help you. We just need to learn how to listen. I hope this video was helpful and we learned something today. And I am grateful that you're able to listen, and I hope to see you in the next video.